Hi, today our verse comes from 2 Chronicles 7:14. It's a verse we're all pretty familiar with, so let me read it for you and then we'll discuss it. Then, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and restore their land. This is a verse I'm sure we've all prayed. Well, I have prayed from time to time, and it's important to pray for our land and our nation and our communities. But this time when I was reviewing it, God showed me something new and different, and I just love it when He does that. To put into context, this verse is in response to Solomon's dedication to the temple. So flip back to 2 Chronicles 6 and start reading this week from verses 12 through 42. And when you do, take time to focus on verses 20, 21, and then also 40. This is what they say. May you watch over this temple day and night, this place where you have said you would put your name. May you always hear the prayers I make toward this place. May you hear the humble and earnest request from me and your people Israel when we pray toward this place. Yes, hear us from heaven where you live, and when you hear, forgive. Verse 40 says, Oh my God, may your eyes be open and your ears attentive to all the prayers you made in this place. See, what's going on is Solomon is dedicating the temple to the Lord. And he's saying, God, this is where you will dwell. And it was exciting to see and to read that God came and His Spirit filled the temple. This is important because the temple is where sacrifices were made. Atonement for sin has been made. And people were praying and seeking God all their time. This is where God dwelt. And God's response to Solomon was this: If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sins and turn and restore their land. As Christians, as followers of Christ, we can approach God differently because of the sacrifice Christ made on the cross for us. God is calling us to set apart ourselves from the world, because if you read further on in 2 Chronicles 7, starting at verse 15, it says, God says, my eyes will be open and my ears attentive to every prayer made in this place. For I have chosen this temple and set it apart to be holy, a place where my name will be honored forever. This is what God says. I will always watch over it, for it is dear to my heart. God is calling us to seek Him, to live lives in obedience to Him, and to turn to Him. And by doing so, we can live lives and be encouraged that God's promises will be shown throughout our lives in what we do. So be encouraged this week, and let me encourage you to read 2 Chronicles chapters 6 and 7 and see what God is saying. Have a great week.